What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your guy. Something. Hit the keys. Here today with 8 freebies for January 2026. If you guys do get anything out of this content, could you please hit that subscribe and like button for your boy one time? It helps out the channel tremendously. But with no further delay, let's get on with our top story. Our top story and our first freebie today. This one comes from DAW Junkie and it's called Lead Off Jr. So as you see here, Lead Off Jr. is a wavetable synth for Mac OS and Windows. It is a very stripped down wavetable synthesizer, but you can use it and it does have some nice sounds in here. You can upgrade to the full version for $1. What it says here is what Lead Off Jr. lacks in advanced controls, it makes up for immediacy of sound. Lead Off Jr. offers 8 selectable wavetables, while the full version offers 18. The freebie lets you blend between 2 synth oscillators, each with various filters. A synth 1 is a wavetable synth that features sweep and LFO functions to add movement to your sound. You can just adjust the wave position and the speed at which it sweeps through the entire wavetable. Synth 2 lets you add standard waveform layer to your sound with the options to adjust the octave and tuning settings. So let's go ahead, hop into FL Studio, check this thing out a little bit more. I have a little demo beat. I'm not going to play the whole demo beat yet, but I'm going to play the parts with Lead Off Jr. in it because I'm using it in 3 parts, and this is just kind of what it sounds like. All right, so that's kind of what some of the sounds in Lead Off Jr. are going to sound like. This thing is pretty dope, though, because you can get a new sound pretty quick. So this is what the regular preset sounds like. Now, I did use that preset on one of my sounds in this. So I used it, and I tweaked it, and I got it to sound like this. So as you see, that's that Revan lead. It's the same lead as this right here. Now with this thing, what I like down here is this pitch intense, because it allows you to change up your and put movement into your sound. So that's just me pushing down one button as I make this more intense. So obviously that's pretty cool. Some of the features in this I like are this scoop and this mono. So with this scoop, and so then without the scoop, the same sound. So it's just adding more to it. You have unison and detune down here too that you could use. Over here, you have different waveforms you can go through on Synth 2. So you can just, bam, as you see, they switch up. So here you have control over LFO and sweep. I mean, you guys can see how quick I'm changing this sound up. You got a filter over here too as well. I mean, that's pretty fire. You got this shimmer over here too as well. Pretty fire. There are some good presets in here in my opinion. I mean, so this is gonna have sounds in there like this that you can tweak really easily. Pretty solid little free synthesizer in my opinion. I would recommend grabbing this one. You can have a lot of fun with this. I actually played with this for about 45 minutes before I got into making a beat yesterday because I was enjoying how quick I could make a sound. All right, guys, and the second freebie that I have for you guys today, this one comes from Sample Science, and it's called Cozy Piano. When you open up Cozy Piano, it is going to look like this. It only has one preset in this thing, and it's kind of more of like a lo-fi piano, so it sounds like... So that's kind of what this thing's gonna sound like. I'll play this pattern right here real quick that I have built up. So with this, you'll notice you get chorus, reverb, delay, distortion. I'm not gonna lie, I would rather just use third-party effects than the reverb, distortion, and delay that come in this. But this is probably more for like, you know, lo-fi and stuff like that. I used it in this beat, so I'll let you hear what it sounds like with the other melodic pieces. Uh-huh. So that's kind of like what all that sounded like together. Again, with this, you do get control over other things like your ADSR. You can make this glide. You got control over your modulation. So let me go ahead and push play. You got a filter. So you can really lo-fi this piano out if you want to. You know what I'm saying? I just reviewed it. If you're interested in it, look, everything else, it'll be linked below in the description. And the third freebie that I have for you guys today, this one comes from a friend of the channel. It looks like Tatro has collaborated with DB Dunn to create a new plugin called Pentimento. Let's go ahead and check this thing out. So when you open up Pentimento, it is going to look like this. What is this? Just basically adds different textures to whatever you're playing. So I have this piano playing here. You'll hear it first. All right, now once I turn Pentimento on, you're going to hear a little bit of background information coming in with it. So you can hear that extra scraping there. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's adding texture to it. So it can add noises, it can add places, it can add all kinds of stuff. In the free version, you're limited to like 10 effects or so like that, but it's got different things like buzz. Right? So let's go ahead and play this on some drums. I think that's a little better of an example. So I have these drums here that I actually put the Pentimento on. So the drums, before I threw the Pentimento on there, they sound like this. So I threw it on a little drum loop, and now I got the Pentimento. I have these bells going with it, and it sounds like this. So you hear how it's adding extra texture to that. So now if I was to play it in the chorus of the beat, I'm gonna turn the Pentimento off first, and then I'm gonna turn it on, and then you'll be able to hear the bells. All right, now once I turn this Pentimento on there though, you'll be able to hear these bells in the background. It just adds a little bit of extra to the background of that. When you're looking at this thing though, this thing's pretty cool because this is your threshold. So like if I push play and I pull this way up here, it's not gonna hear any of the bells because it's not in the threshold. You have different things, like you can play it only on the low notes or on the high notes. Since there are no low notes on there, it wouldn't register it. But if it was like a bass and like a snare, it would separate the two between the bass and the snare. You also have this feature right here where you can cut the sample up. So you can only make it use a certain part of that sample that is playing, which is cool. You have two different sections here. So you have a filter, a low pass filter, and a high pass filter. And this only affects what comes in after. So it's not going to affect the original signal. And then you have control over your attack and your release. And then this right here will actually delay the sound. So like, let's go back to that buzzing noise. So like, let's say we hit this annoying electricity. Now when I push play. All right, but if I turn this up, it's going to make it play afterwards. So it's not going to play on note. So it's going to come in after. So you hear how it's giving me a different rhythm and everything. That's pretty cool too. This controls the movement on that. And this is the shaper effect. So this is a pretty decent tool in my opinion. I would recommend grabbing it, especially if you just want to put some extra textures in your sound. And the fourth freebie that I have for you guys today is an absolute banger. I got a random DM on Instagram from somebody named Daphne. Shout out to Daphne. And they were like, hey, I created this new free plugin called a turntable saw. So I was like, oh, let me check this thing out. So then I went and looked at it and I was like, this thing kind of bangs, right? So it's like a turntable and it lets you get a lot of control of the turntable. So let's go ahead and take a look at this thing. So this thing is called Turntable Saw. And with this, what you're basically going to do is add whatever audio you want to chop here. So I'll show you guys this here in a second. I'm going to let you guys hear what I put together though. But you're going to put together whatever chop you want to use here. And then, you know, you got different keys down here that you can hit and stuff, right? So what I basically took was this beat tag right here. So I took this right here. SumnSumnSumn, hit the keys. All right, so I took that part and that's what I used in my scratching. I'm gonna let you guys hear what it sounds like in the beat because you'll be able to hear it scratching immediately. And this is kind of what I got. And I'm gonna play it to hear it because I used the scratch at the end here too. So I'm gonna play it up to there. All right, so that was the little sample beat that I put together for you guys today. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to open up another instance of Turntable Saw real quick and show you kind of how I got this thing working. So all you have to do is basically, I came over here, grabbed my audio, dropped it in here. So now that I dropped it in here, I want to bring this more, you know, closer to where the actual words are so I can chop it. So now that I have this in here, I want to shorten this up so that it makes it go a little faster, so that it goes through the sample faster. All right, now once I have that, I have to come over here to this stretch, and I have to bring this stretch up. All right, so you see I have that there. So I have that chopped in there. Now I can turn this release up. So you can see now how I'm starting to get to be able to mix. So I can come over here and, like, let's say I draw something here.
Hit the keys.
Now I can build another one right here, right? And I can bring this down a little bit.
Hit the keys. Hit the keys. Hit the keys. Hit the key. Hit the keys.
So you see how that's bringing it back? This does different things though. You know what I'm saying? So you can do a whole bunch of different stuff with this. It sounds better with what I did because I just got to using this. Down here on the bottom is going to be your mixer to where you can fade back and forth in between different notes. So you know what I'm saying? You know, you can just easily build this up. And like if you've ever mixed before or if you haven't, basically when you're scratching, you have the song playing and then you have another record of what you're scratching, whether it's the voice or the break beat or whatever it is that you're scratching to make the noise. And then you use the fader to fade back in between so that you don't hear everything that you're scratching and bringing it back and everything like that. So this is what this is supposed to do down here.
Hit the keys.
But yeah, this thing's pretty cool. I haven't gotten to mess with it as much as I want to because I would have got more in detail. But this thing is fire from a scratching perspective. Again, you guys can hear it in here. You know what I'm saying? It sounds pretty good here at this beginning. You know what I'm saying? So you can get similar scratches, more scratches, you can do more stuff. It just takes a little more time, you know, to get familiar with the software. And the fifth freebie that I have for you guys today, this one comes from Beyerdynamic. It is called Headphone Lab. When you open up Headphone Lab, it is going to look like this. This is only for Beyerdynamic users though. It's for their headphones. So if you have Beyerdynamic headphones, you can use these for free. Basically what this is supposed to do is it's supposed to make your headphones feel like you're mixing in front of monitors instead of just headphones. So it's supposed to give you the feel of mixing in monitors. You will be able to hear the difference when you're listening to this thing because it's going to change the way whatever headphones are sounding. So it's going to make it change. But for this, it's just supposed to help you mix if you're on the road and you want to hear what it sounds like in your actual studio. So I'm going to start off with the bypass on. And so again, you guys have heard this beat. You kind of know what it sounds like. So I'm just going to go ahead and skip to the chorus. And then we're going to turn it on and off and check out this Headphone Lab. So with Headphone Lab off, it's going to sound like this. Oh, we'll just bypass. So you can see there, it changes the way that it sounds a little bit. So it doesn't sound like it's so headphonesy. I don't know if that makes sense. So like, you know, obviously listening to music through headphones and through monitors, it sounds completely different. So this kind of gives it where you're using your headphones. These headphones, the frequency response in these, you see how they have a boosted high. So when you're listening to these headphones, it gives you a lot of extra high-end information that's built into the headphones that's going to naturally make it sound good when you're listening to the music, but that doesn't always translate over to the mix. So what this does is it basically flattens out that signal for you. So it flattens out the signal in the headphones, and then as I'm listening, as it's on bypass and I take it off of bypass, you can hear clear as day that when it's on bypass, you're getting a lot more high-end information because of the build of the monitors and the way that the monitors are um, pushing the high-end information versus when it's flat, you're not getting that. So that high-end information comes back away. And why that's good when you're mixing is because it's going to allow you, while it's flat, to now make it sound crystal clear and get those highs and those other frequencies boosted. So one more time, I'll let you guys hear after the explanation, and you'll be able to hear what I'm talking about. Maybe not, because I'm wearing DT 900X Pros, and it's just set up for these headphones. And you can tell like the bass is extra boosted too. It brings out little things in the mix. Like, since the bass is scooped here when I'm naturally listening to it, I turn the bass up. But once it evened out the bass and then it evened out the highs, it makes the bass louder. It makes the drums louder. You know what I'm saying? Because everything's flat, so it's not taking those frequencies away. So good tool to use. You know what I'm saying? It may not be the end all be all to mixing, but it's out there if you're interested. And the sixth freebie that I have for you guys today, this one comes from Akai. It looks like Akai is giving away a free library for everybody who has the MPK 4 Mini 4. Let's go ahead and take a look here at the story. So you see here, Akai now has the Studio Instrument Collection. It's a free download only with MPK Mini 4. So this is only for MPK Mini 4 users. But you could probably buy this. I don't know what the price would be to buy this. But it does look like it has some pretty good sounds in it. I'm not sure the amount of presets that it has. But it has it has over 1,000 quality presets. Jesus, that's a killer deal. What a deal. If you know, you know. But here are some of the sounds in this thing for you guys. Hey, that guitar kind of hit. No, I'm not even gonna lie. I want this. Yeah, but this is free for all MPK Mini 4 owners. Go grab it right now. The seventh freebie that I have for you guys today, this one is called Tape Fiasco. When you take a look at Tape Fiasco, it is going to look like this. I really wanted to download this one, but I can't get it to work on my M1 Mac. I know it does work for PC though, but I really wanted this one because it's like a stutter edit machine. It does a bunch of crazy stuff with like granular time stretching, various speed, tape style speed manipulation, stutters. It does a bunch of stuff. But unfortunately, I couldn't get this thing to work in FL Studio. So as you see, if I come over here and I try to get Tape Fiasco, it gives me this stupid warning. You know what I'm saying? Tape Fiasco not open, whatever. So then you come over here to your settings, blah, and in your settings, you're gonna come over here to security, privacy, and then normally you can open anyway. It just will not let me open this up anyway. I spent probably 25 minutes trying to get this to open anyway yesterday, resetting the computer, starting stuff over. I really did try because this thing looks dope. But let's get back to this. I can at least show you what this thing does. And I'm about to put this on the cover of the video, even though I didn't demonstrate it on the thumbnail, because this thing looks fire, bro. This thing really does look, it looks fire. I'm going to go ahead and reload this screen so we can start at the beginning. And then we're just going to push play. Yo, this thing looks fire, bro. I wish I could skip this forward. Let's see if we can find it on YouTube. All right, guys, I found a video where we could stop and go forward and stuff. So let's go ahead and check this out. This thing's dope. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can't really show you guys, but you can tell it's going to do all kinds of stutters, glitches, time effects, all kinds of crazy stuff. I really wish I could have downloaded that one because I really, of all the plugins today, that's the one that I wanted to mess with the most. And the turntable saw, but they both seem like they're very solid plugins. All right, guys, and the 8th freebie and the last freebie that I have for you guys today, this one is a guitar amp sim, and it's called Nice Stomps. So as you see here, Gianni Chiarello releases Nice Stomps, a collection of free guitar-based plugins. So I didn't download this because I have a bunch of guitar amps, but this one looks like it's pretty solid. You can check out some of his jazz, funk, rock-inspired music on his site. It offers a free open source alternative to products like IK Multimedia's Tone X. Nice Stomps is a collection of plugins that currently includes an amp browser, stomp browser, easy amp, delay chorus, and California drive. It kind of sounds like this.
Nowadays, with AI, all I switch there, but like the it's dead time. And it's super simple. It's just an overdrive.
So, I mean, this thing sounds pretty good to me too as well. So that's what I got for you guys in today's freebie video. Hopefully I could help you guys out. Definitely some bangers in here. That lead off junior was banger. Obviously that turntable saw, pentamento, all the stuff in here was good today. So make sure if you guys do like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. Appreciate you guys' time as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Some, hit the keys.